Good afternoon, Badass Artists. I'm Mia Luyando, and today we are working in my favorite Turtle Bay. And the neat thing about this one, I've started it already, but I have a different version. I like this image so much. This is like the second time I'm doing it. Let me see if I can find it. I've done it like this, and I think I might have done that as part of a, maybe as part of a tutorial or time lapse or something, but I've done it like this, and then I started thinking, no, I wanted to see more red in there and take a different turn. So I grabbed the Evasars and I started working on it, and I'm liking it so far. And then I got in the mail, well, not the mail, from the Amazon guy, these nifty watercolor pencils by Faber-Castell, and they are, I was looking to see if they were black edition, but I don't think they are. They're a watercolor pencil, which means they're kind of like the ink pens, only they don't, you can reactivate them once they dry, or they start to dry, you can still move them around, and I like that. So these are the flesh tones, and I'm good with that. I'm okay with the colors on these. I think you could definitely work some good flesh tones with these. And then on this side, this one is called the Landscape. The other one was just called Skin Tones. And it looks like these are a little more botanical. And anyway, the reason why I'm showing you guys these is I'm trying to decide if I want to use them and try them on a piece that I'm working on. I can't decide. But those are some nice colors. Definitely good for some botanical stuff. Leaves and tree bark for sure. Okay, let's see. What am I gonna do? Well, I think for the moment, I'm gonna finish this, and I'm going to decide what color I'm gonna do the top. I think I really want it to be like very intensive red and orange, and then moving down into like a purple or something. I don't know. I'll know as I go. I hope. I do that sometimes. I don't really know what I'm doing until I'm actually doing it. I'm gonna disconnect this for a second, just to make sure. I like to connect it at the very, with as little as I can under there, because I don't like to lose any as I color. So I'm going to make this top bit on her eye mask here. This is burnt orange, and again, these are Evasars. Evasars are hard to find. For some reason, the company is not out of business. They just haven't produced any pencils, and everybody's sold out. And I am holding out hope. I'm believing in them because they're just like one of my favorites. I'm holding out hope that they'll just spring back to life, and suddenly we'll have all these new sets of Evasar London available one morning when we wake up. But in the meantime, Brute Funer, I would say, is similar. And and there are a couple of other brands that are similar. They're not exactly the same. And I can put some links to those in the description below. Make sure I'm in the frame. I have a bad habit of doing that. I'll zoom in so you guys can see better, and then I forget, and I'm just like way over here just scribbling and talking away trying to teach you guys, and I'm like, oh gosh, they must think I'm a moron. I try not to do that. I am truly sorry when that happens. I have the best of intentions. I have the best of intentions, though. You have my word. So while I finish up this little orange mask, go ahead and get comfy, grab a snack, get some coffee or some tea. Just get ready to enjoy this process. If you are joining me and you have Turtle Bay at home, you do not have to use Evasars. You can grab any color you like, or a similar color in a set that you already have. And for those of you that are tuning in just for entertainment, just to watch, we welcome you also. It's always good to have you. We are just hanging out and relaxing and letting this thing tell me what to do. Okay, now, in my mind, which is a dangerous place, you guys know, what I want is a deep red with purple kind of woven through, and then it comes back to orange and to kind of a salmony pink at the end. That's what's in my head. Now, whether or not I can achieve that, we're gonna find out. But I'm going to choose a very deep red. And I am gonna start kind of aggressively. Very back. I'm going to turn my book, make it a little easier on myself. And I'm just going right over that dark grayscale. I'm going over the white. I'm going over the, the details and stuff. We can go back in later with a white pencil or gel pen and pull that right up if we decide to. And I'm bringing this area in the back farther. Now's the tricky purple part. Because I want it to be like truly purple. This one's called Aubergine. Let's go in. Pull my sleeve up here. And I'm working it right back into that red color. And it doesn't have to be thick. And it can be different thicknesses in different spots. I think I'm gonna actually bring it down a little further right there. Hands are sore today, so I'm sorry if I'm turning the book helps, so I'm sorry if it's a little annoying. I'm sorry if it's throwing you off. It's just kind of helping me out a little bit. I have good hands days and bad hands days. I think I like that. That's good. So far, Mia approved. Now I'm going to go to like an orangey red. How about this? What is this? Scarlet. And let's start working that in. And you're gonna have to take it back into that purple, that aubergine color. Just, you know, work it into the edge so that the two colors kind of merge. I'm actually giving it quite a bit of pressure because I want this color to really pop. I want this to really be bright. Oh, I like that. I like the way that's turning out a lot. Okay, now we just need to find like a golden, orangey yellow. I'm feeling the pressure. I don't want to pick the wrong one. Let's see. Now we'll get the right one. We will let's go with this pumpkin color. Let's see, do we want pumpkin or do we want just plain orange? No, we're going with pumpkin. That's the right one. Oh yeah. It's got just enough yellow in it to be wow. And you're just gonna go all the way up. And the reason why this is making this balanced is it's the opposite of purple. Yellow is the opposite of purple. And we've got a lot of red also in this area. It's whenever you put opposing colors next to each other, it competes, your eye competes, or the colors compete for the attention of your eye. So it kind of just like blends a little extra something. Anytime you can use opposing colors strategically in your coloring, do it, because that's the wow factor right there. Even if one is bold, like you're using bright scarlet red and you throw in mint green, something pale like an aqua or a lime, a pale lime, you're gonna have a gorgeous picture because those are opposing colors, green and red, and they're gonna compete for the attention of your eye, which it makes it visually interesting. Art psychology for the day. I learned that in school. Okay, and I think I'm going to keep this gold color on the bottom here. Cool. I like that. I'm happy with that. Let's do her eyes. How should we do her eyes? Could do them. How should we do her eyes? Let's take this camel brown. I'm only coloring underneath pupil area. also going to take this olive green. I'm going to work that in too. And just because we want it to have some shiny bits, we're going to take this lime green and just here and there add some patches. I think that's pretty cool. Let's do the lips. And I'm taking just the color pale pink. I'm just gonna go over this. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make her lips really dark or leave them kind of pale and pouty. I haven't decided yet, but no matter what I decide, it's gonna have to have a base layer, which is what this is. So for now, this is what they're gonna look like. But I'm feeling like I wanna go darker with that. So I'm gonna go back over to these orange colors. Did we have any orangey brown colors? Did we did. We had this rust color. And I'm just grabbing the corners and pulling inward and making very soft little circles. It makes it easier for other colors to blend into, and it's also easier to just fade that out. Like when you lift, the less pressure, you can just fade into nothingness. That line you were working on is just gone, it just vanishes. And we're gonna give her a little bit more of a pouty pout down here, just by darkening this up. See how easy that was? Now she's a little more pouty and a little more full. Okay, well, I am happy with this for right now. I think we should come back and do the background. And I want to do that in some greens and teals, I think. That's what I have on my mind right now, but that, you know, before tomorrow I could totally change it because the color mood changes. So you guys know how I am. Anyway, we'll have part 2 of this, and I will try and work on that and get that out on Wednesday. Okay, everybody, if this was helpful, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. That's really helpful for the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers, and in the low 800s right now. So if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, I surely hope that you will. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. And I try and get out, you know, a couple a week, you know, a couple every week or so. Yeah, as many as I can. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will catch you next time.